As the artificial intelligence revolution is continuing to pick up steam, what's next for the leading tech stocks driving this theme forward? Here now with thoughts is Dan Ives. He's Senior Equity Research Analyst and Managing Director at Wedbush. Dan, great to see
Yeah,
you.
great to be here.
So, we're continuing to see AI everywhere. It's what the entire investing industry is talking about. So, as the use cases proliferate and spending ramps up, what would you say is the kind of moment that we're in for the tech sector?
Look, I think there's a fourth industrial revolution that's playing out. And I think it started with the godfather of AI, Jensen, NVIDIA. And then what we've seen with Microsoft, that's tip of the iceberg. And I think now, not just CES, but we've seen across the broader tech industry, monetization. Use cases are exploding. And in our opinion, it's the start of a new tech bull market, despite a lot of bears coming out of hibernation mode.
Yeah, so NVIDIA has been a clear winner. You also talked about Microsoft, Google, it seems like also in the driver's seat. How do you see the AI ecosystem continuing to play out over this next year?
This is, in my opinion, it's a get out the popcorn moment because it started with the godfather of AI, Jensen and NVIDIA, and then of course what we've seen with the trophy case in Redmond. But now it's the second, third, fourth derivatives across the rest of software. You look at the Messi of AI, Palantir, what we see with MongoDB. I believe Google, Amazon, the cloud players are just starting to monetize. That's right now, software and chip players, despite the macro, that's still a bit bumpy. This is really the start of an AI revolution. We believe $1 trillion of spend over the next decade.
Right. So, yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the specifics of monetization that you're seeing out there. What exact areas do you think have the most material impact on revenue in the coming year?
Yeah, and I think monetization is going to happen a lot sooner than expected. When you look at financials, you look at insurance, marketing, government, and especially healthcare, use cases are exploding. I mean, we have use cases up 5x in the last 3 to 4 months. And that's even why normally, even like a CES, you have robots, refrigerators that order their orange juice by themselves. Now you actually have mainstream AI. In my opinion, it's the most important CES that we've seen since 1998.
So, over the next decade, what do you think could be some twists and turns in the road? What do businesses need to be preparing for?
Well, I think on the consumer and on the enterprise, it's going to spur massive M&A. So I think you're going to see a lot of mid-cap companies get acquired, both private as well as on the strategic side. But it's really causing companies to view their businesses differently. And despite all the worries about AI taking jobs away, actually in the near term, it's creating use cases, creating jobs, developers, engineers. And I think there's going to be a new, I think, group of companies that are going to emerge from this. But ultimately, it's the strong that get stronger. I think it's really Magnificent Seven and large cap tech. We believe we're up 30% this year. And look, that's why the Bears poked their head out of hibernation first week of January in almost, something out of central casting. But I believe this year tech stocks are going to have yet another strong year.
So, when we're talking about the year ahead, what do you think could wreck the party for tech stocks? Is there any chance that this theme could actually take a little bit longer to generate the momentum that you're seeing? Or it seems like your anticipation is that it's actually snowballing a lot faster than people
Yeah,
anticipate.
and I think that's what's really happened. And even like the level of executives that are at CES, it's a different level than I've seen in decades because everyone understands the mainstream AI theme. Time is ticking. Competitors are going after use cases across the board. What could wreck it? You give the typical macro, geopolitical US, China, black swan events. But realistically, look, it could have ebbs and flows. But I think at the end of this year, we're going to be close to a Nasdaq 20,000 on the AI tailwinds, despite what clearly could be, a bumpy ride to get there.
Well, it seems like an exciting time for the tech sector. Thanks so much, Dan.
Thanks.